Hi, I'm John. This is my show, Sports Reckoning. So I'm going to try and explain to John Mangini that he's actually under demonic possession, right? He had sold his soul to Satan a long time ago and stuff, right? And that's what's actually going on with him and shit, right? So let me play a little bit of this. I got to get into, time is always an issue. I know it's going to take a long time, so I'm trying to go as fast as I can and shit, try to make a quick video and shit, right? So here we go.
It was one of those facilities where they would give shock treatments, like you would see in One Flew Over a Cuckoo's Nest. And the theory behind the shock treatments is when you suffer from depression, they basically fry your brain to do away with your memories. And my grandmother went through something like 7 or 8 shock treatments.
Okay, so like when I'm making a video like this, it's one of these things I could always use more of his stuff, and I don't know. It's like I did this stuff, set it up so quick. It's like, oh, maybe I wanted more of that, maybe I didn't. So, but it's like I got the information. What I wanted you to hear is that his grandma was suffering from some kind of a depression thing, which put her into a psychiatric hospital thing, where she was subjected to shock treatments and stuff. Right? I have to throw this in there really quick. Is that my Michael Jackson story? One of the things that it proves does a lot of things, right? But one of the things it proves is that psychics, it's not psychiatrics, psychics, like tarot readers and stuff like that. My Michael Jackson story proves that all of that's fake, that it's not real, because nobody that ever had that ability ever said that Michael Jackson was the son of Diana Ross and Smokey Robinson, right? So if those people have any real abilities, and with Michael being the massive star of what he is, plus Diana Ross and Smokey Robinson, right? Then one of those people would have had to have been able to see the truth and the identity of who Michael Jackson was. But since that never occurred, then that shows that their power is fraudulent, right? The power that actually saw it was my power that comes from God, right? God is the real power, not those psychics. They're fake. Those are demons and shit, right? And so that's what I want to explain to John Mangini is that your grandmother was not suffering from depression. Your grandmother was under attack from satanic, demonic forces. And she was living in a different world of what she was, is because she was actually probably somebody really special. And she was under attack because Satan wanted to attack her because he didn't like what she was bringing into the world, because she had some kind of special powers. And people like that get subjected to torture. They get subjected by these demons, come after them and shit, right? There's a movie called Odd Thomas, right? And the guy that starred in this movie, he's Anton Yelkin, I think his name is, and he died in his house where he had a Jeep and he parked it like on a hill, but it didn't go in the right thing or whatever, and he went back to close his gate, but then the Jeep slipped back and pinned him up against his gate and killed him and stuff, right? And it's an odd thing because if you see the movies, some of the movie roles of which he had played and stuff, right? He had movies that were dealing with these demonic forces, and then he died in this, suspicious circumstances and stuff, right? But he had this movie called Odd Thomas, right? So let me play this little piece to you here.
I found a gateway to hell.
Get out of there, Audie.
Been communing with the dead?
It's not about who's dead, sir. It's about who soon might be.
You have a secret. You're either a clairvoyant, a psychic, or you got yourself some juice with a higher power.
I'm here looking for a guy. A creepy guy.
Any of those Botox things around?
Botox. When they do show up, it's a sure sign that carnage and bloodshed are not far behind.
Okay, so these demons, okay, now in this story, the thing is there's these demons, right? And when they show up, it's like bad things are going to happen and stuff, right? But he can see them, right? And so this is one of the things in life, and because you're talking about the subconscious mind, John Mangini and stuff, right? Is that people have other abilities and people see things that we don't see and stuff, and it can be incredibly terrifying. And it can drive you crazy and shit, right? And dealing with the reality of understanding is like the person, like what your grandmother was probably experiencing, is having to deal with stuff like this. She's having to deal with the realities of like human existence. Like, okay, am I crazy? Am I actually seeing this? Not knowing what the fuck's actually going on, right? And then where everybody else seems normal, but then, so it's like, is she crazy or was she special? And she was under attack. And because of her special abilities and that she was under attack from demons, she gets cursed out by her family and shit. She gets ostracized, you know, and belittled, and then she's got to deal with all of that fucking shit too, right? So, because of what his grandmother was going through, this is what John Mangini chose to do.
She had a bad bowel. I was at my aunt's house. There were a bunch of us, all the family around, and I watched her take a pair of scissors and try to stab herself in the neck. And I vowed right then and there that I was never going to let my thoughts or my depression or anything take over my life. I vowed right then and there I wasn't going to care so much about things. And I had gone through 2 bouts of depression growing up, once in the 2nd grade and once in the 7th grade. And of course, everybody wants to tell you how that's hereditary. Your grandmother's crazy and so are you. But I decided right then and there to control my own thinking. I knew what was happening. I could reason. I know what's happening. No way is this happening to me. So shortly after...
Fucking commercials. This is what I tell you about you goddamn influencers, your fucking commercials and shit. You work for the government.
My mom
you work
had
for the
given me
enemy.
a book, and it was called The Power of Positive Thinking. And it talked about the subconscious mind. And it made a lot of sense to me, and I just believed what I was reading in that book. And if you don't believe the subconscious mind is super powerful, then you need to find another way to explain your dreams.
Right, so I'd like to always show more and stuff, you know, but like I said, time's an issue and stuff, right? So what happened was John Mangini quit. He quit the fight. He forfeited, right? He surrendered. He surrendered to the demonic forces that were around him. And when you do that, then the pain stops. And that's what he realized. Okay, he says, I don't want to fight this battle because it's serious, and that's the way the world is. There's demonic forces and stuff. It's a battle of good and evil. It's actually happening and shit. There's a battle for your soul, right? And so what happens, like, through that book, I don't know if you mentioned the book. Yeah, I think you said your mother gave you a book about positive thinking and stuff, okay? And what I always say is that the positive thinking is Satan's tool. Because God is not like that. Like I always say, that's like Satan is the one who comes to you with the positive messages. You're okay. I love you. You're beautiful. That's Satan. It's a lie. That positive message is a lie. God is a realist. God does not fucking care about your positive, your stupid feelings. God says, fuck you, loser. I don't need you. You either fucking you step to it, fucking take care of yourself, or fuck you. I don't need you. God does not fucking care about your stupid positive message. That's Satan's world. That's why we're in all this positive fucking thing. It's all positive. That's Satan doing that. So what you did, John Mangini, is you sold your fucking soul to Satan. And he eased the burdens that you had to fucking go through as a human of what you're actually supposed to do here, what you're supposed to learn here as a human, so that you could advance and go and actually be a god. Because God's a whole different fucking thing. It's not easy. It's not simple. It's fucking brutal. It is madness. We are in a fucking vicious world. And you want to surrender. And so then what you did through your surrendering, you started into your card collection, and that is Satan has taken control over you, and all of your card collection is actually a mental illness. This is your mental illness, right? This is your surrender, and you've built it up, and now you're so entrenched into your Satan worship and your mental illness, there's no fucking release in you and shit, right? And so that's what I would advise you is that, what it is that all of your cards, John Mangini, have demons attached to them. And so all your cards and stuff like that, if you give your card to somebody else, you just gave them a demon. All of your cards are tainted. Your whole collection is tainted and it needs to be destroyed. The only way to free yourself of the demon possession of what you brought upon yourself is to destroy those things, those artifacts that you think hold value, because that is not what's valuable. God is what's valuable. Your soul is what's valuable. Those possessions are satanic fucking mumbo jumbo that is controlling your life. And even if you pass away, Those demons don't relinquish away from those artifacts. They stay there. They're connected now to ever. So now you've just contaminated your family with all your demonic possessions. Good job, John Mangini. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to send all those demons into your family. That's what you're going to fucking do. You're going to have your family sell all that and spread all your fucking demonic possessions out to the fucking population. That's what the fuck you're going to do. Right? Because you're a Satan worshiper. All your possessions are demonically possessed. You need to fucking destroy your entire fucking collection. And start over. You got a whole bunch of life ahead of you. There's still lots of opportunity for you to change yourself and make yourself an actual good person. Have some fucking repent. And when I talk about repent and stuff, I just want to make clear I'm not talking about Jesus. I think Jesus is the son of Satan. Jesus is a lie. It's that positive message bullshit. Jesus is a fraud. There's no way God would ever send his child to be sacrificed. What kind of satanic, demonic fucking shit is that? That they get you to think it's okay to sacrifice your child as long as it leads to your pathway to heaven? What the fucking morons believe that stupid shit? And now when I always talk about Jesus, people think I'm talking that I don't believe in God. No, I believe in God. And because I believe in God and I have true understanding of God, I have evolved past this demonic possession of what the Jesus character is, and I see how flawed it is and how fake it is. And I know that the whole purpose of us as being human beings on this planet is to be away from God's assistance. We have to make our own choices through our own life experiences, right? And through your life experiences and your choices, you sold out to Satan. You looked into the mirror and you fucking conjured up black magic and you fucking sold your soul to the devil, and Satan gave you fucking gifts for that, of which you display in your room so proudly right there. That's your downfall. That's your fucking weakness and shit. That's your flaws. That is not your fucking glory of your life. It is the enemy, and you sit right there and surround yourself with it. Those are all demons. You need to remove those demons from society, from your life. It's the only way you can be freed from this fucking demonic possession of which you're under. That's what you fucking did. And I want to show you is that the people that you're associating with too. Now, Pepino Man, he's weird. There's shit. When I can see people, I see demons. And I'm telling you, Pepino Man's a demon. He's got demonic forces around him. There's weird shit around him, right? So I was going to pull up, I'd seen like a video he'd just done, so I pulled this one up, but it must have been one before. There's something, but his face looked really shiny. It looked like in a way of which I was like, man, did he just have a whole bunch of makeup on? And what it makes me think is that he might be one of those nuns at the Dodger Stadium and shit. He might be one of them and shit, right? So here's Pepino.
First day, because there was like absolutely no traffic. So I got here early because there was no traffic. It's all.
Oh yeah, you got here early and shit, right? Because he works at Dodger Stadium and shit, right? And all that stuff, right? So I think there's a very fair, safe chance that Pepino Man might be one of those fucking nuns. Because what happened was he had a video, and in the video his face looked shiny in a way that's like, it looked weird. There was something about, and see, he just shaved. You've seen how he was clean and shaved and shit, right? Not fully clean shaved, but shaved where if he was going to go up and put on the makeup and do one of these performances and stuff, you would see that he would need to shave for that, right? And then what happens is I saw his face, and there was a glow to his face that appears to me that it looked like somebody that had had this kind of makeup applied, and then they had to clean off all that makeup, and then so they had to clean their skin, and it left a little bit of a shine and a glow to his skin, right? That's what I saw. Like I said, it's a time thing, so I didn't find the exact thing. I was looking for that, but I couldn't find that actual thing, so I'll just tell you what I saw. That's what I saw. And he's constantly showing you the Bud Light. He's showing you weird, he's talking weird. They drop these sexual innuendos. There's weird shit about him. I know the culture and the environment of what he grew up in, and I can guarantee you, somebody like Pepino Man has definitely molested children and raped women. It's not even an option. Somebody like him, that's what that culture and that environment of what those people fucking do, right? So when you get real weird freaks like that and shit, right? Why is it not likely that maybe he's one of these fucking weirdo freaks? He probably is. And so these are the kind of people that you associate with, John Mangini. These are the people that you associate with. And this is why you bring these demons around you. So you want to keep having you want to have your simple life and make your life easy and stuff. Fine. Satan is nothing more than it makes him more than happy to go ahead and assist you and have this quality of life if you have. As long as he gets to take control of your wife. As long as he gets to take control of your daughter. He fucking destroyed your grandmother. I'm sure he fucking had control of your mother if your mother gave you that book of the positive thinking that led you to go into the mirror and start worshiping Satan and shit. So, I don't see you as any kind of fucking pillar in the community. There's nothing quality about your life. There's nothing of you that is anything that matters and shit, right? I see a demon in a room of his demonic possessions who has voluntarily sold his soul to fucking Satan, and now you're in here trying to influence other kids to be just like you. You are the fucking evilest, most demonic fucking motherfucker that there is out there. You are the fucking problem. But I say, I offer you a pathway to fucking redemption. Destroy your whole fucking collection. Get rid of it. It needs to be destroyed. The only thing you could do is throw that shit into a trash can and burn it and get rid of those fucking demons because they own your fucking soul. And if you want your soul back, you have to fucking destroy those demons. All right. Talk to you later.